We move on now to Wednesday. We got two games in the MAC on Wednesday night, Northern Illinois and Kent State. Kent State, 3.5-point home favorites in this game, 66.5, 67 the total in this game. Very, very high number here in this game. Kent State was a dark horse pick for me to win the MAC coming into the year. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. I don't know what happened to them against Western Michigan. It was just a dreadful game. But really, outside of that, they beat Bowling Green, Buffalo, and then Ohio in their last game. So better results for Kent State of late. Now they take on this Northern Illinois team that just continues, to get the job done. I mean, you look at their performance, 4-0 in the MAC so far, beating Eastern Michigan, Toledo, Bowling Green, Central Michigan. And shockingly, the offense and Rocky Lombardi's been capable here for this Northern Illinois team. That might have been his best game as a college quarterback, to be honest, against Central. 348 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions for Rocky Lombardi. Javon Ducker, an outstanding back for them as well. And they've been a very, very balanced team this year. Look at the Northern Illinois offensive numbers. They're averaging almost 5 yards per carry, 232 on the ground, 165 passing. They definitely prefer to run the football. There's no question. So the key for Kent State is, what's their run defense like? And their run defense, I wish it was better because I lean Kent State here. I think it's telling, CMAC, that Northern Illinois is undefeated in conference play, but they're underdogs in this game. It makes you think that maybe Kent's deserving of being favorites here. And look, Northern Illinois surprised me. I did not think they'd be this good. And if you would have said before the season you're going to give me Kent State minus 3.5 at home, I'd be all over it. I'm still probably going to lean toward Kent State here in this game because I like their offense against Northern Illinois. The one thing I'll say about Northern Illinois is their defense is still shaky, in my opinion, and they really have not played an offense, at least in MAC play, that delivers what Kent State can deliver. All right, Eastern Michigan is probably the best they've played. Toledo struggled offensively. Bowling Green's got a weaker offense. Central Michigan's had quarterback injuries this year so far. Quarterbacks going in and out because they can't stay healthy. This Kent State offense is going to really test Northern Illinois the way maybe some other teams couldn't. So I would lean to Kent State. And even though it's a high total, Connor, the one thing that stands out to me is Kent's run defense is leaky, and Northern Illinois by far wants to run the football more than put it in Lombardi's hands. I mean, they're averaging 47 run plays per game to just 21 pass plays per game. So this is definitely a team that wants to run the football. And unfortunately for Kent, they're giving up 204 and 5.3 yards per carry on the ground. So the way that Northern Illinois wants to execute on offense could be one that brings them success because of Kent's struggles to stop the run. So it's a high total, but I think as long as the weather's not too bad there on Wednesday night in Kent, we could see an over there. And don't forget, Kent plays extremely up-tempo, very, very fast. One of the fastest-paced offensive teams in college football. So it's a high total for a reason in my mind. Conor, what do you think here? Northern Illinois, Kent State.
Man, this one's really tough for me. Kent State laying points, I just really don't like it. Northern Illinois, kind of the darling of, the MAC this year. It's hard to not want to take the 3.5 with them. You talked about it. What keeps me, I think Kent State's the better team. You mentioned that they haven't faced an offense like this. They haven't, but I think they'll be able to run on Kent State, and this game is close. It's just difficult for me. I can't lay even 3 in the hook. Even college right here in a MAC game with a bad defense like Kent State. I took them once or twice this year, and that defense has looked horrible. Of course, they were playing different teams then. They weren't playing, but Northern Illinois, really good. Lombardi has just shocked the shit out of me. I mean, the guy's played great. As long as he keeps not turning the ball over and just does his job, hand it off, I think Northern Illinois is in this game. And I think Northern Illinois, at times, their defense can play. We'll see, though, this week against Kent State if it can stand up, because you talked about that up-tempo real quick. But they've made stops, key stops in some games to win them games. So that would be big here in this one. I'd lean the plus 3.5. Northern Illinois just seems to keep getting it done or be really close in these games. So I'd take the 3.5 if I had to.
Yeah, it is. I keep on disrespecting Northern Illinois, and they have been a cover machine. They really have been. Yeah. So it's just that coming into the year, you would have said you get Kent State barely laying more than a field goal at home against Northern Illinois. We all thought Northern Illinois was going to be a bottom, 3 or 4 team in this conference, and it hasn't played out that way so far. So sometimes you just got to admit, hey, yeah, this team's obviously played better than I thought. So I still lean Kent, but I definitely lean over as well, 66, 66 and a half.